I've said this before and I'll say it again. Leave his ass. Now you're pregnant. Broke.
I'm fucking broke.
Me too,
okay,
bro.
anamali.
Mara mntwana ngitshelile ntwana ngale themba le yakho sibala. Ngitshelile umani uyidame down. Nganti kambani boy.
All right, let's get into it, man. I want to start with you, Zigi Ndhlovu, right? So, you are the producer, and you also act in it, right? Which I also find very amazing in itself. But I just wanted to quickly get into first love. Why love, man? Like, why did you pick that? It's a beautiful topic, obviously, right? But yeah. Why love?
So, well, essentially, when we started, it wasn't supposed to be a series. It was just a scene that I did. And it had so much impact. People wanted to see more. People were like, yo, like, where can I watch more? So because of that, we decided to extend the theme of love throughout. But essentially, I think the topic of love just resonated with me a lot because I'm an emotional dude. Like, I love love. Like, I fall in like, so essentially, the story kind of started there where we just started to explore like personal issues where, you know, like relationships. I've been in a lot of relationships, like a lot. So we just decided to explore relationships, personal relationships, and other people started to tell me their stories about like what happened to them. And I was like, hey, this would be like interesting to sort of take people's real life experiences of like what happened to them with love and just explore that and just reenact it pretty much. So essentially that's how it started, yeah.
So with love, I find it very interesting, right? And there's something that particularly that I find incredibly interesting in the sense that each of your episodes get longer and longer and longer, right?
Yeah.
There's no particular one format where you stick to
sure.
being 2 minutes,
Yeah.
5 minutes, 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
You go from 2 to 5 to 8 to even it being 30 minutes in one case, right? So what is the reasoning behind it?
So we are trying to prepare ourselves as a production company to be ready for a TV format. So I don't think it would be wise for us to sort of restrict ourselves in like 10 minutes. So by the time we do get an opportunity to sort of be on a bigger platform like television, Netflix, then we're ready for that.
So then, have you started that process of trying to get yourself into broadcast?
Yeah, we've got 2 web series running as Outre. One's called Black Twitter, and it's literally Black Twitter. We take the content on Black Twitter and I put it into skits, and someone talks about the skits. And it recently got funded by the NFVF. So that's like, clearly there's growth in this web series thing. And NFVF does fund web series. You can go check out their site. Yeah.
All right. So then my quick question to you then is, getting the web series into these guys' platforms, getting it onto the table where a commissioning editor or whoever is going to be saying, this thing is really, really cool.
Yeah.
How do you start that process? How do you start that conversation? What are the key things that they are constantly looking at, you know, for you just to put that thing onto the table so that it can actually be aired?
Okay, to be honest, we're still discovering a lot of that. We've tried different methods. We've tried to go to Viacom and be like, yo guys, here's a pilot gig, or boom, take it, what do you guys think? And that didn't turn out well for us because I guess we don't have the numbers or something. So then we went back to the drawing board and like, hey guys, this didn't work, so what would be the next step? So we tried to sort of create our own content. That way we'll have some form of audience and then we can use that as backup as to, hey guys, here we are, here's 100,000 people watching the show, what do you guys think now? So yeah, that's our process now.
So then how do you plan on getting those numbers?
Social media, I mean, I think right now that's the biggest platform we can use. Social media, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, all of it. I think it's just a matter of growing a followership towards the product and then taking the product and be like, hey guys, to the channel, hey guys, here's a show and here's the numbers. I think, yeah.
So then my next question that I want to find out from you is that love takes place in quite a number of locations, right? You move around and you go around and all that stuff. My question to you is, you don't have a lot of people working on the production, so number one, how did you leverage getting those people to come and say, yo man, come and work with me guys, you know, especially with the caliber of the people that you have? How did you convince everyone to be like, yo, I want to work on this. I want to work with you guys.
In terms of the actors.
In terms of the actors. How did you get them to come and join? Like, what did you do? What did you say to them? What did you have to be like, yo, this is what I'm trying to do? And how did you actually get that going?
It's actually, so, I want to take it way back before I started doing web series. I'm an actor by profession. So I went to an audition, and a mate of mine sent me the audition. It was in Pretoria. So I prepped the whole night. I was like, I'm not sleeping tomorrow. I'm going to go get this role. Got to the place, and there was no audition. So I'm like, no, my time won't be wasted like that. So I took the scene and I recorded it and put it online. People were like, hey, this is amazing. So I shot another one, and then every time I go to an audition, I'd meet actors and I'd be like, hey man, let's do something. So I started to do scenes with actors, and then eventually there were just too many actors asking me for that. So I'm like, no, I'm just gonna start a web series and put all of them in the web series.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then the locations, like how did you go around picking locations? You know, how did you leverage some of those people, the houses? Like how did you actually get to a point where you could leverage and get those locations, you know?
It's guerrilla, all of it.
Straight up.
Straight up.
So literally, you just go in and just figure it out.
Just go and we're like, hey, this is nice. We want to shoot here. And then we shoot it, and we never have problems. Well, we've faced like one situation where they were like, you guys are not allowed to shoot here. But what we try to do always is use public spaces where anyone can just sort of do whatever they want. We try not to go into private properties because that's breaking the law and stuff.
And do people give you difficulties about that? Because I mean, remember, a lot of people some people are trying to get into the space, right? And just that barrier of one, I would assume, is getting started, get started. But then the next thing is, where do I go? How do I pick places?
Yeah.
Do I have to have release forms? Do I have to, is it as easy as you literally just pick a place and get it done?
I would say the best way is just doing it. I don't think there's a better process than just doing it, and you learn as you go. Like right now, as I'm sitting here, I'm still learning. I'm still discovering a lot of stuff that I still don't know about, And I just think it's just a matter of starting and then discovering as you go.
Sure.
Yeah.
So then, before I then move on to one of these just my last question to you, and then I'll come back again. You just said that you're learning. You're consistently learning.
Always.
What's the one big pitfall? If you had to look back and go back on your journey, because your journey's been very interesting, man.
Yeah.
What is the one pitfall that if you had to go back and tell yourself that you should avoid, what would it be?
Wow. Damn. I don't think there's anything I would have avoided, because if I had avoided it, I wouldn't have learned from it. I think that's the smartest answer I have right now.
All right. Thanks so much.